Sorry for the lack of uploads in this series, but we're back. We are heading into the NBA playoffs. The team won 49 games. Here are the regular season stats from our players. Can't say I have any big disappointments, but looking at our first round matchup, we have the Boston Celtics, which isn't exactly ideal. This roster is pretty much as you know it now, outside of a few rookies. So as for how we match up, well, we don't match up particularly well. This is both a great defensive team and not an easy team to stop on offense, which is pretty much our worst nightmare because we really rely on our offense and not our defense. As for the matchup, I'm going to be putting Bradley Beal on Kemba Walker. Neither Beal nor Trey are really good defenders, but Beal is at least decent and he can put some size on Kemba. And of course, Jeremy Grant is on Tatum. That's a matchup that I'm really happy with. But a matchup that I'm not happy with is Jaylen Brown on Trae Young. This is obviously far from ideal, but Brown isn't really a go-to scorer. I understand that he averaged 20 this year, but he really didn't get that outside of the flow of the offense. He isn't a guy who beats us on his own with this poor matchup, but it's definitely not great. John Collins is matched up with Gordon Hayward. Now in real life this might be concerning, but in 2K, Hayward isn't blowing by anyone, so I think it'll be fine. As for everything else, I think our bench is better. Boston has always lacked a deep bench. I think our bench is at least 3 good players deep, really 4. Mo Harkless is Mo Harkless, so he will probably only play like 4 minutes a game. But we're 9 men deep. The Celtics are really like 6, kind of 7 men deep. As for my expectations of the series, this one will be close. We could have gotten the Cavs, who for some reason won over 50 games, but instead we get a borderline contender. I guess we'll see what happens. Jumping right into game 1, we start off with a bit of a weird play here with Kemba Walker on Trey's back as he's able to splash the three-pointer. Bradley Beal gets it to Trey again. He is not able to get this three-pointer as he found himself with some open space, but as John Collins shoves Gordon Hayward off of him, he's able to get that dunk. However, speaking of dunks, Jaylen Brown right there taking advantage of the unfortunate mismatch we have. Hopefully it's not something that it becomes a big issue. Trae Young with the mid-range pull-up. I believe that's Scotty Lewis who missed that one. I know he's like a decent prospect in real life. Monte Morris with the snatch back dribble into the three-pointer. He has been a massive help off of the bench for this team. Taco Fall backs up off of the pick and roll, and he's able to get that mid-range jumper to go. And when I was talking about the Celtics bench depth, I didn't account for the fact that Taco Fall is a cheat code in this game. Hopefully he's not getting too much play time, but Trae Young wide open for the elbow three-pointer as their backup point guard left him completely wide open. Bradley Beal open at the free throw line, gets the fader to go, and then mismatch once again. Jaylen Brown with the very Brad Stevens-like cut to the basket. Trae Young with a nice whip around pass down to Clint Capella. Had to go into replay mode for that one because that one was just beautiful. Nice dunk by Capella right there. And then Trae driving inside gets it to John Collins, who gets a dunk himself to start the third quarter. Bradley Beal pull up over Daniel Tice, gets the green release on that one. However, this is where Kemba Walker started to sauce me in this game. Kemba Walker was really the most difficult player all series to guard for the Celtics, and he was the guy giving me the most issues. Trae Young with the lob up to John Collins, who throws down the reverse dunk. Trae misses this pull-up right here, but Capella's there with the rebound, and then Bradley Beal gets the green release 3 from the hash mark with Jaylen Brown closing in. Trae Young trying to cross over Kemba, drops it down to John Collins, who throws it down on Daniel Tice. John Collins having a very good game here, and this is what I was talking about with Kemba saucing me. Nice baseline fadeaway, completely got Bradley Beal out of the equation there. Desmond Bane from the hash mark, he hits a three-pointer from there. Jaylen Brown misses this one at the top of the key on the break, but big-ass motherfucker Taco Fall is able to get the and one over Bradley Beal. However, Bradley Beal is able to drive past the slow-ass, big-ass motherfucker Taco Fall. And then Bradley Beal, to close the third quarter, gets this mid-range pull-up to go. with a 7-point lead going into the fourth. I did not take that shot on purpose with Mate, but he managed to make it. I was expecting it to be a lot closer than that. Baseline pull-up over, I believe that was Robert Williams. Jason Tatum makes that mid-range pull-up, really making his first appearance of this game, makes another one right here. Jason Tatum just simply is not aggressive enough in 2K, by the way. Trae Young with a nice layup up at the cut there. And we have a pretty sizable lead, but with 3 minutes left, we get the strip, and then Trae Young on the break gets himself wide open from 3, and he gets that one to drop into the basket. What's his name? Kemba Walker gets the step back. I almost just called him Bradley Beal over Clint Capella. Trae gets swatted by Daniel Tice. It unfortunately goes out on the Celtics, well, unfortunately for them, and Bradley Beal hits the three-pointer that basically seals the game. Beal had a great performance. Trae Young did not shoot the ball well, but he got 15 assists with just 1 turnover. John Collins played fantastic. He got 7 offensive rebounds, and pretty good game overall for everyone involved. But heading into game 2, Bradley Beal gets this three-pointer off of the floppy set, and Trae gets the crossover on Kemba, drops the lob over to Capella. Once again, Capella in the pick and roll, and once again the lob to Capella. Trae Young with 3 assists early. Kemba Walker gets the open three-pointer off of the screen. He's able to get that one to go. Drop down pass right here to John Collins, who throws down the dunk. Lots of dunks early in this game. Jason Tatum missing the mid-range bank shot. And then Trae Young, he finds some space. Should have shot that earlier, but I still get it to go over Marcus Smart. Kemba Walker gets swatted by John Collins, and Trae Young gets the lob pass to Capella. So Capella with 3 alley-oops in just the first quarter. Jeremy Grant playing some great defense on Jason Tatum, steals it from him in the post. And then Kemba Walker, yet another lob to Clint Capella. I just called Trae Young Kemba Walker, but whatever, we're going with it. Another dunk right here, John Collins. You will notice that Trae Young has 7 assists to open the first quarter and make it 8 as he throws the alley-oop to John Collins. Bradley Beal with the missed mid-range pull-up as Jason Tatum gets it to Jaylen Brown. However, John Collins is there for the swat on the break, and then to get it down the court, Trae Young to Clint Capella, who gets the green release reverse layup. Fantastic start passing the ball for Trae Young. Fantastic start for Clint Capella, who already has, I believe, over 10 points. Yeah, 10 points there. Gets the pass to Trae, who nails that three-pointer. Hasn't done much scoring thus far, but gets that 3 to drop. Gordon Hayward wide open at the top of the key. That was a horrible rotation there, but he misses this mid-range pull-up. Capella there with the rebound. Trae gets it to Kevin Huerter, who throws the lob to Desmond Bane. Nice little play right there from the bench mob. And then with Trae Young with Taco Fall on him, of course I'm going to have to take advantage of that. He blows by. Robert Williams is there, but I get the pass down to Clint Capella, who is just feasting off of these Trae Young passes. Jason Tatum with the and one on Jeremy Grant. Kemba Walker with a nice step back right here, gets that to go over Bradley Beal. He had so many nice moves in this series. He gets by once again, but he gets blocked by Clint Capella. And then Trae Young on the break, since it's just alley-oop central. Let's get one to Jeremy Grant. He doesn't get many alley-oops in this series. Kemba Walker with the three-pointer at the elbow. Tied game now, but Trae gets it down to John Collins, who's able to get the finish over Jason Tatum. And Kemba Walker takes it inside, but Capella gave too much of a contest for him to make that one. And then Trae on the break once again. John Collins wide open in the corner, splashes that one. Bradley Beal now with Kemba Walker on him is able to get by him with the crossover. Jason Tatum stupidly attempts the charge, and he does not get that to go. Morris with the mid-range pull-up on the baseline, which he seems to be fond of. Yet another mid-range pull-up and green release. That guy just has such a fantastic jump shot in this game. Very fun, but Jaylen Brown with the poster dunk on Morris right as I was praising him. Desmond Bane gets this three-pointer off of the little post position thing. When you hold the post button, it allows players to get open sometimes. But Trey, baseline jump shot with the green release, finally gets him the double-double into the fourth quarter now. But Kemba, with a beautiful move, completely gets me stumbling and is able to get the layup, or should I say jumping. Jaylen Brown with the steal, gets it to the corner with Tatum, and he somehow hits that three-pointer despite the contest. And then pull up right here from Kemba Walker, gets that one to go. I would have normally been able to back down smart there, but I did not have the time, so I had to take the fadeaway. Doesn't get that to go, and then Jaylen Brown with the Superman-esque dunk. He jumps high as hell right there. Bad pass, Marcus Smart gets it, and Jason Tatum throws down a dunk, and now the Celtics have a 2-point lead with a minute and a half to go. However, Trae Young said, give me that lead right back as he hits that pull-up three-pointer. However, I completely leave Jason Tatum wide open off of the inbound as he gets the three-pointer to go. Marcus Smart missing that jump shot, luckily. And on the break now, Trey, I keep mixing up names, passes it to Bradley Beal, who gets the layup to go. That probably should have been an and one, but tied game now with only 30 seconds left. Kemba misses the floater. Daniel Tice is there for the rebound, and Smart took too long to shoot the ball. I was able to recover, and because of that, we now have the ball with only 20 seconds left on the clock, and it's time to ice this game. Trae Young with Kemba Walker matched up on him. He has not had a great shooting night despite the 20 assists, but I decide to go with him in the clutch, and he gets the step-back green release, long two-pointer to go with 7.2 seconds remaining on the clock. Fantastic move by Trae Young. I was not expecting that shot to go in, let alone be a green release, but off of the inbound, Celtics, 6 seconds left. Unfortunately for them, he does not hit that three-pointer, and we are able to win the game. And after going up 2-0 without home court advantage, I decided to simulate the remaining two games, and unfortunately for the Boston Celtics, they get swept. So much for the intro where I said I expected a close series. And going into round 2, who do we have to play? We have the Chicago Bulls, who managed to beat the Milwaukee Bucks in 5 games, which if you watched last episode, you would know why that's significant, and I actually think there's a pretty damn good chance we beat this Bulls team, but we'll look at that in the next episode, which should come out in the next week.